Hi, my darlings. I'm Sophie Darling, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we are reacting to episode 13 of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, and that last episode nearly had me in tears. The teacher is so cool, but I genuinely nearly cried, especially when it was revealed that she'd lost a baby, so she understood where they were coming from because she tried to do the same thing because all she wanted was children. Little does she know she technically does have two sons, which is Al and Ed, because they are basically her babies. I hope we get to learn more about her because she's also just so effortlessly badass, and everything she teaches them is so valuable, and it's something that they continue to hold dear as they move forward. We've also learned more about their dad, so I think their dad is going to come back into it soon, and I can't wait to see how that goes down because Ed is very resentful about his father leaving and is angry that he abandoned their mother. And I don't think he did abandon them. I think that's what Ed believes, but I don't think that was the true intention. I think the mother knew he had to leave because he would put his family at risk by being there. He would put his children and his wife in danger if he stayed. So he didn't really have a choice, and that he maybe had to leave because of it. Their mom was obviously upset that he had gone. She was trying to distract them from it, but she had tears in her eyes. But I think the reason she wasn't overly upset is because she knew that he was leaving for the family. It wasn't like he abandoned them. He was leaving to protect them, which I think makes a difference. And also, she's not resentful regarding him. She encourages her children to take after their dad. She encourages them to learn alchemy. She expresses that she's proud of them for how like their dad they are. So I think if he had abandoned the family, she would maybe not be so positive in speaking about him, that she would maybe be quite resentful. And she's not, which makes me think there's more to it than what we're seeing. And Ed is so young that to him, he would see it as abandonment because his dad wasn't there during the most crucial parts of his life. And he felt like his dad was cold and distant and only ever focused on work. And he didn't really have a relationship with him. He was very close to his mom, but he never really saw his dad. And then his dad just disappeared. So to anyone who is that young, they would think that their dad had abandoned them too, because he doesn't know the deeper picture. And I think there is a deeper picture that we're not aware of yet, but there's hints to it, especially when Granny is saying that she knows their dad and she speaks of him with reverence as if, you know, he's a commendable and respectable figure. So I don't think he's this cruel monster that Ed thinks him to be, that he just abandoned his family for no reason. I think there is something else going on. But without further ado, we're going to get into episode 13.
あれを見て生きて帰ってこれたとはね。我が弟子ながら大したものだ。けじめはつけなきゃならないんだよ。破門だ。
Okay.
先生。
あら。
I mean, but you did the same thing. So you're punishing them for what you've done. I guess she's like, you know, consequences to your actions, but still.
また近くに来たら寄れよ。
でも僕たち。
バカ野郎！先生でも弟子でもなくなったってことは、これからは
But you're still
一人の
family.
人間として対等に接するってことだ。何を遠慮することがある？
Oh, maybe she's done it because she thinks that they don't need her as a teacher anymore, that they're beyond her capabilities as a teacher.
先生。
Oh my god.
下げて戻ってきた。何が先生だ。貴様らなんぞ弟子と思わん。
Their family. I didn't think of it that way, but maybe she just feels like she can't teach them any more than what she already knows, so there's no point being their teacher.
あるは真理を見なかったんだね。
はい。何のことかさっぱり。
ショックで記憶が飛んでいるのかもしれないね。全身を持ってかれてるんだ。あれを見ていないはずがない。
俺は先生
Oh.
の体の一部分だけど、支払った通行料の多さで言うなら、アルが一番真理に詳しいはずだ。
Oh, so he may have seen more. I just presumed because his body had already disappeared that he didn't see it.
精神がいかれるかも。
下手すりゃ廃人。
I mean,
それでも手がかりがつかめるならそれにすがりたい。
Al, my brave boy.
間違いねえ。あいつが魂を錬成したやつだ。
Hello, sir? Okay. He had like a little lizard tail.
君が一生懸命やってくれたおかげでわしも楽ができたよ。
私も様々な仕事を任せていただいたおかげで見識が広がりました。チェック。最後にやっと勝てまし
Cute.
この一
I think he
生
let
は
him win.
選別だな。
た。選別ついでに頂戴したいものが。以上5名。私と共にセントラルへ移動となった。文句は言わせん。ついてこい。
He's taking his friends.
大佐、マジっす。俺最近彼女できたばっかなんですよ。
He's like, I don't want to go. Savage. Okay for Roy. He's got Risa coming with him.
ご無事で何より国家錬金術師を殺して回っているそうだろう。確かに我らの村を焼き滅ぼ
Is
し
he
たのは
going to say that he
国家錬
doesn't
金術
agree
師だ。
with what he's doing?
しかし復讐は新たな復讐の芽を育てるだけだ。
He's going to preach forgiveness, isn't he?
早々に断ち切らねばならん。耐えね
It's a
ばならんのだよ。
vicious cycle.
約束通り賞金は山分けだぜ、ヨキさん。
なんだどういうつもりなんだい。
Wait!
あんたをここのみんなを家族
Wasn't he in the criminal photos?
と一緒でするな。
Like, as one of the alchemists?
のし上がってニック
Or am I
エ
like
ドワード・エルリックを追い落とすのだ。
misremembering? But I feel like he was on one of the wanted criminal posters, right?
引き分けのいいやつだ。
Holy shit. Why would you even attempt to fight him after that?
何が神だ。なもん。
Oh, yikes. I might have misremembered, but he does look like one of the wanted criminal posters of like alchemists that were on the run or something in one of the earlier episodes. Who are you, little creepy dude?
来たぞ。
お前の秘密を知っている。デビルズネストへ来い。おじさんたちの秘密を知ってる人？
おお、知ってるぜ。いろいろとな。なら話は簡単だ。俺についてこい。
でも知らない人についていっちゃいけないって先生に習ったよ。
おめえはいくつよ。
14。
もう一人で考えて行動できる年だろ。
Like, I don't know you. Stay away.
そうか。自分で考えなきゃね。
そうとも。
パンチ
だから俺たちと。
自分で考えた結果、おじさんたちを踏んじばって秘密とやらを聞くことにしたよ。
Oh.
お邪魔するわよ。ちょっとおとなしくしなさい。
What the fuck?
体を動かされる気分は。そうね。でも少し動きを鈍らせれば。
Get out of his body. The chimeras. Oh, it's a sin! Greed!
本当に空っぽだぜ。
お兄さんたちよ。
So we are gonna get the
本当は何者なの？
seven. So this is the fourth that we have.
キメラなんて嘘でしょ。だってキメラが言葉を話すはずがない。
ありえないなんてことはありえない。現にお前の中にいるこの姉ちゃんは蛇と合成されたキメラだ。俺の後ろにいるロア。お前なんだっけ？牛？ええ。
He doesn't even
他に
remember.
もトカゲにワニ。さっき坊主が手合わせしたやつなんざ。片足上げて小便するぜ。
しませんよ。
I was wondering, his nose looked almost doggish.
ありえ
And
な
I
い。
was wondering why he had a lizard tail, but like
第一誰が
how?
合成に成功したっていうのさ。
軍だよ。ちなみに俺はキメラじゃねえ。ホムンクルスだ。
A homunculus?
知ってるだろ？ 人工的に作られた人間。
Oh, so they're not demons. They're artificially created people. That's why they kept referring to a father. So has an alchemist made these seven and named them after the seven deadly sins for his own design and will? Almost like someone playing God. He'll be fine. He's man-made. He'll regenerate. Yeah. Wait. If they're man-made, are they made of, like, the Philosopher's Stone?
分かったが、ありえないなんてことはありえない。
My head's spinning a little
お前の
bit.
存在がそれを証明してるだろ。魂だけの存在のお前がよ。魂のみで死ぬこと
So, like, technically, the sins are all, like, siblings. Because they all share a father. They're all artificially made.
やりようによっては永遠の命を手に入れられる。金も欲しい。女も欲しい。地位も名誉も。
Immortality,
これら
knowledge.
全てが欲しい。そして永遠の命もだ。200年近く生きてはいる。だが不死身ってわけでもねえんだ。さて、俺の秘密は教えたぜ。次はお前の番だ。教えてくれ。その体の秘密を。
But we also know that lust, wrath, and envy want to sacrifice Ed. And I'm not sure why, but they want to sacrifice him because it was mentioned in earlier episodes.
教えてやってもいいですぜ。弟さんの秘密を教えてくれたら。
Oh!
兄さん
It's like, don't mess with
お
me.
前が誘拐されるとはな。
兄さんこの人ホムンクルスだ。
ホムンクルス。
お前、いきなりバラすなよ。
僕たちが元の体に戻るヒントを持ってるかもしれない。
連中と仲間だってんなら直接聞けよ。
連中？
その入れ墨をした連中が第五研究所にいた。
Has he split off from
そこで鎧に
them?
魂を定着したやつと会った。
そうなの？まあ、ちょっと訳ありでな。そういうわけにもいかないんだ。
He like the black sheep of the family?
俺はお前にホムンクルスの製造方法を教える。その代わり、お前は俺に魂の錬成方法を教えろ。10日交換ってやつさ。
I don't think he's gonna do it though.
とはいえ、やっぱ元の肉体取り戻す必要あんのか？そうか？腹も減らねえ。眠くもならねえ。
Yeah, but it's not a life though, is it?
ふざけた。
He doesn't get to experience what it means to be a person. You've pissed off his brother now. You've done it.
勝手なこと抜かしやがって。悪党とは10日交換の必要。
Like epic speech, bro. Swift kick to the face. Whoa! Careful. Careful, Ed. Whoa! Oh, that was cool.
全然普通じゃねえのな。
No.
体は普通なんだけど、
He's a
ちょいと
homunculus.
再生能力が過ぎるのと最強の盾があるだけだ。
But why were they made is the interesting question. What purpose do they serve?
てめえを倒したら弟も取り戻しに行くさ。無限の再生能力じゃないんだろ。
こりゃ悪かったな、手抜きしちまって。ちょっと武男になるんで。
Oh, it's gonna be the whole of his body.
お前は俺に傷一つつける
Oh,
ことは
hot
でき
diggity
ない
damn.
アルが消えてエドまでも
あんなバカどももっぺん弟子にさせて
Just so you can punish them? Yeah.
死んだか？
No.
よし、いいぞ。子供元気でなくちゃな。
He won't give up until he gets his brother.
何度やってもお前は勝てね
さすがうちの整備士だ。こんなんなってもまだ動く。
まだ抵抗するかよ。
Of course he is. You mess with his baby brother. Whoa!
これがどうした
He's like, bring it.
ワンパターンならこんなもん
考えてみりゃ簡単なこと
Oh
だ。
my god.
ホモンクルスっつっても体が普通なら構成物質の3分の1は炭素でできてるってことだ。炭素原子は結合の度合いによって鉛筆の芯からダイヤモンドにまで硬さを変える。そこまで分かりゃあとは錬金術の分野だ。
He's so smart.
そして今分かったことが一つ。効果と再生を一度にすることはできない。
ただのちょっとつぼしなバカガキかと思ったが
Nope.
だがその体であと何回攻撃できる
Oh.
はい、ちょっと失礼するよ。こんなバカ誰が大きい一つ片付けもせんと何やっとるんだ。
すみま
私の身内のもんが随分と世話になったもんだ
My
ね。
boy.
せん。こいつ
おいおい勘弁してくれよ
That's her
俺は
son.
女と戦う趣味ある
Well, she has interest in fighting you, so shut the fuck up.
てめえ一体何者だ
通りすがりの
I love her. I'm just a passing housewife. But she called him her boy because that's her son. I really want to know why the homunculuses were made. So if Greed is a homunculus, and all of them are, and they've been alive for 200 years. So this father must be the one that's then created them, and he's created them with the purpose of, I guess, sowing discontent and creating conflict. But why? What's the purpose for it now? Because they were saying before, back in the earlier episodes, Lust was talking about how like humans are so predictable. It's cycles all over and over again. They never learn. So it's as if they're sowing discontent because they either can build off of the power it generates, or because they're using it to further their own goals and their own ambitions. I don't know if it's because of the power that it maybe generates that they can use for like higher level alchemy. I don't know for sure, but I do remember that they said that they wanted Ed as a sacrifice. They wanted to use him because they said they couldn't kill him because he would be useful. But as to what he'll be useful for, I don't know. Greed's reluctance to kind of talk more about his siblings. I say siblings loosely, but they are technically all siblings because they're all man-made, probably by the same person. Because again, keep referring to this father. So they have to have all been made by the same person. So he seems kind of like, no, that's a long story kind of vibe, which is showing that whilst envy, lust, and gluttony are together and they're working together, that perhaps there's others that split off because they maybe don't agree with what's being done and they don't want to participate in it, and they have like distanced themselves from it. It sounds like Greed went his own way, is kind of the black sheep of the family, doesn't want to have to go to his siblings to be like, hey, how do I do this? Because Ed said to him, well, ask the others. They already know. They've already done it. And he's like, long story. So I think he's not on good terms with them for whatever reason. I initially thought because of the silver hair that the guy that's been made into a hybrid with a cow was potentially Scar's brother, but that's my own naivety. That was before I found out he was a chimera, but I was like, oh, maybe he's the brother because it sounds like his brother is still alive. I kind of feel bad for Scar because, you know, he's so consumed by revenge and hatred for what's been done that he can't seem to break out of that cycle. And that's what his teacher's trying to say to him is you need to let it go because it's only going to bring about your downfall. It's going to consume you and everything you love and care about because you're unwilling to move forward. You're so stuck in the past that you can't see a future ahead of you. And it comes back to this whole idea of cycles of hatred. If you're not willing to let go of the past, are you really able to move forward? And he's not. He's so hell bent on revenge that he's unwilling to look for any other path. And that's isolating him from the survivors of Ishvale. He's not able to unite with his master and his brother and the people that survived because he's putting them in danger because of his pursuit of his goal. And I can understand where he's coming from. His people were massacred. How could you not want to avenge them? But I also see where the master's coming from in terms of, if this is the path you continue to go down, it's only going to bring you pain and destruction. It's not going to bring you happiness. So is it truly worth it in the end? What an amazing show. I am so glad we got to see the teacher kicking ass. And because we have the little bit of a cliffhanger, we're going to see more of her fighting skills against greed next episode. And because now we have greed, it means we have the other sins coming into play too. We have 3 more to go because there's 7. So yeah, we've got a 5th, a 6th, and a 7th. So we haven't seen pride and we haven't seen sloth. And we haven't seen wrath. We've only seen envy, greed, lust, and gluttony. So we've got sloth, pride, and wrath that we haven't seen, which is going to be really interesting. I hope wrath's a woman, because that would just be great. I'd love that. I think you could do so much with wrath being a woman instead of making it the cliche buff man, but we'll see as it goes on. But I just adore this show. It's got such a special place in my heart already. It's just so entertaining and also emotional. I think that's all I have to say in relation to this episode. If you enjoyed this react, please consider liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment below to help boost this video into the algorithm. And until next time, bye.